Hey guys, welcome to the Hoan Zone, where we help you multiply the assets that you own. And in today's video, I'm going to answer the age-old question. Are you ready to escape your 9 to 5? Now, before we get into that, please, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, also hit the bell icon so you can be notified every Monday and Wednesday when I release a new video on the Hoan Zone that helps you multiply the assets that you own. All right, now let's get on with the video. I get asked all the time, Hoan, what was it like when you escaped your 9 to 5? And I like to say this story where I was big and brave and courageous. And when I was ready, I told my boss, I quit. And then I threw all my paperwork at him. But that wasn't the truth. What happened was my boss escorted me to the front door and said, never come back. That was it. And then I escaped my 9 to 5. So yes, I got let go. Now, before I got let go though, I had this paranoia that I would be let go. So what did I do beforehand? I prepared. My favorite quote, stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I was ready for that day because I always thought that day was gonna come. So what I did was I learned how to become a real estate investor while working, and I was able to do my first deal, which was buy a 6-unit apartment building while working. And then that day that I got let go, I was good because I had the income from the 6-unit apartment building, and then I also had the income from unemployment. So together it matched my salary. So I was good, at least for the year. And so I had a whole year to myself to do whatever it is that I wanted to do and whatever I needed to do to continue to build my business. So I had my income situated, and then I created a real estate business where I was buying properties to hold as well as to flip. So I was able to create my business that way. I had prepared before I got let go. So that preparation was key. And so if you're interested in escaping your 9 to 5, you got to make sure that you're prepared. And if you stay to the end of this video, I have a test at the end to administer to you so that you can see whether or not you are prepared. It's super important that if you want to have a good transition into the entrepreneur life, that you are prepared. Now, when it comes to escaping your 9 to 5, the number one question that I get all of the time is, Hoan, what do you do about healthcare? Hoan, what do you do about healthcare? How do I get my healthcare? Well, guys, if you're gonna be an entrepreneur, that is the easiest problem for you to solve. And why I say that is because healthcare is a service that you can buy. Here's the service, and it has a price tag. And if you need more coverage, it has a higher price tag. But at the very least, it is simply just something that you buy right off the shelf. So it is that simple. Now, is it easy to afford? Well, that depends. I don't know how much money you're going to make, but you do know that there is a cost, and all you got to do is make enough to pay for the service. It's really that simple. So I don't want you spending too much time and too many brain cells stressing over about getting healthcare. All you have to do is buy it. Now, is it affordable? That's an argument. That's an opinion, right? But you can figure out what the price might be if you were on your own. So in terms of figuring that out, all you do is call the marketplace and see what's there. There's government subsidy programs, there's health sharing programs, there's all kinds of things that are out there. There's a lot of options for you. And if you're really healthy, you might not even really need healthcare. It's kind of like that just in case kind of thing. So I was going to create a whole entire video on just healthcare, and I was going to start this one off with just healthcare and go really into the details. But again, I'm just going to save that for a video for itself, because here I just want to talk to you guys about becoming an entrepreneur. And this is one of the biggest decisions you have to make in terms of healthcare. But I also want you to know it's like one of the simplest ones. You as an entrepreneur, your job is to figure out problems. You are to solve problems, right? That's why people hire you, because you're making their life better. So if you are able to figure out problems for other people, then you should be able to figure this one out for yourself pretty easily. There's an item that you need, and there's a cost to it. Make enough money to pay for the item. Ta-da! You are done. When I was an entrepreneur, I used to pay for my own healthcare. That was until I figured out that I had skills that were very valuable and that I can offer to other people who might need it. And so what I did was I negotiated with somebody who had their business, and I said, hey, I can provide you a service, and all you have to do is pay me a commission, not a salary, just pay me a commission for any work that I bring in. and provide me with health care. And that was it. That was our arrangement. And so to this day, I have health insurance because I provide a service to this business, and I just figured that out by accident. Actually, I was doing a job with them, and I said, "You look tired." And they said, "Yeah, I'm just really busy." And I said, "Well, I can help you out." So I said, "Hey, give me that opportunity and I will help you with your situation, and then you just provide me that health insurance." I wasn't planning on that happening, but I just negotiated it, right? I had a problem and I solved it like that. So that's just an idea for you guys to use. Hopefully that is a good one. You go out there, you can negotiate your health insurance with a business owner, and voila, you're free. And so that problem, that huge problem that you had, is now solved. So come up with a clever solution. I'd love to hear it. Along that same thought process, I'm going to go over something. When you have a thought, if it's small, keep it small. The problem is we're not challenged enough with real big problems. Like, we don't have real big struggles, that we tend to take small thoughts and small stresses and turn them big. If you can just see that the thing that you're worried about is actually small, then you can treat it as such. And when things are smaller, they don't stress you out as much. And when you're not stressed out, you can make better decisions. Often people make health insurance a really big thing, the acquisition of health insurance. This brings me to my next point in terms of keeping the small small and the big big, right? It's the things that you own end up owning you. And really, the things that you own are such a small part of your life. People put so much emphasis on who they are based on the kind of car that they drive, or the house that they live in, or the clothes that they wear. Like, there's so much emphasis on that because they're trying to impress people who really don't care about you. And as the saying goes, those who matter don't care, and those who care don't matter. We spend so much time and energy and money trying to impress people who don't matter to us, because if they care, then they don't matter. Because the ones who do matter in your life, your friends, your family, those who you keep closest, they don't care what car you drive. They don't care what house you live. They just want to see that you're happy and healthy and doing fine in this life. Those are the people who matter. And that's what I want you to focus on. Don't make the small people big in your life. The people you have to impress are the people you want to avoid. Don't go out there trying to impress people, because that's going to end up with you suffering at a job, because you're going to have that job to pay for the stuff that you bought in order to impress them. Tony Robbins says we all have 6 human needs, and one of those needs within his 6 is significance. So don't try to just kill the significance, because it's still a part of you. Now you're just using sheer willpower to try to pretend like you don't need it when it's a human need. Right, having the significance. Some of us need more significance than others. And if you're on that spectrum of needing a little bit more significance, don't make yourself wrong for it. You're not wrong for it. Just try to figure out, how can you gain significance in a way that aligns with your goals better. Buying stuff that ends up owning you instead of you owning it is going against the goals that you're trying to achieve with escaping your 9-to-5 and being financially free. So what ways can you gain significance that align with that? What is it that you can do that allows you to get closer to your goal and fulfilling the significance that you need? One way that I fulfill that significance is by teaching other people how to become self-sufficient and becoming an entrepreneur. That significance that I get when I'm teaching other people allows me to get closer to my goals, because those people that I teach end up becoming business allies and partners and lenders and borrowers and clients. And so together, you get what you want, I get what I want, I get my significance, I also get more financial income, right? I still get that. I get the fulfillment. I get all of the things I'm looking for. At the same time, I'm helping you guys get what you want. So it's a win-win. That's how I gain my significance, as well as get closer to my goal, versus buying a nice car and a nice house and nice clothes. Now, all of those things are fantastic, but just starting out, I don't want you to focus on those things, because those are going to hold you back. My favorite book is by Robert Kiyosaki. It is called Retire Young, Retire Rich. That is 2 parts of the title: retire young and then retire rich. It doesn't happen at the same time. Step 1 is retire young. And how you retire young is by having assets that pay for your liabilities. But If you have way too many liabilities, then you're going to have a lot of assets, and that may take a long time. But if you only have a couple of liabilities, a small house, a moderate car, then you don't need as many assets to pay for your liabilities, which means you get to escape sooner. And when you escape sooner, then you get free time, right? You get free time sooner. And then once you have that free time, you can then spend a lot more time building a business to retire rich. So retire young is step one. And how you do that, own less stuff. Own less stuff, then you don't have to pay for it. And then you can retire rich later. A lot of people who escape or are trying to escape their 9 to 5, they're picturing, how can I escape my 9 to 5 today and retire rich? It doesn't work that way, or it's not going to work that way usually. So have less stuff. And step number one is realize that you're buying the stuff to just fill a void that you can't fill with stuff, unfortunately. And that new car that you buy is going to be the old car next year. So, you know, it still won't fill the void. Find significance in a way that aligns with your goal. The car that I drive to the mountains to go snowboarding is not as important as actually being able to go snowboarding and making the memories that I want to make with the friends that actually matter to me. If I buy a car that is above my budget and my means, then I'm going to not be able to go snowboarding because I got to work all the time to afford the car. So again, the car that you take to go to the mountains doesn't matter as much as actually being able to go to the mountains. If you made it this far into the video, I applaud you. So I'm going to be talking about how to test whether you are actually ready to be an entrepreneur or not. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. Number one way you can do this is to see what you do in your spare time. As an entrepreneur, the beauty is you get to do anything you want, including nothing. And too often, when you have all the free time in the world, you end up doing nothing. And so let's see what you do with the free time you have. After you get off of work, are you watching a lot of TV? Are you scrolling through social media or binge watching YouTube? Now, if you're watching this channel, keep doing that. And if you've liked this video so far, hit the like button, please. It doesn't hurt and it helps me a lot. But anyway, what are you doing with your free time? If you are doing unproductive things on your downtime, what are you going to do when you have all of the time in the world? Are you going to continue to do nothing, or are you going to be productive? And if you say you're going to be productive, prove it now before you escape. And what you want to do is try to make some money, do some marketing, see if you can sell something, because that's what entrepreneurship is, right? The thing that you sell is the solution to someone's problem. So see if you can solve the problem that people have and make money from it in your downtime outside of your 9 to 5. So just as a test, see what you do with your free time. If you find that you do nothing, then try to do something and see if you can do that something on a consistent basis. See if you can do it 5 days a week, and then see if you can do it 7 days a week. See how often and how long you can be productive during your downtime. I know you might be tired, but hey, that's the other thing. Can you do it even if you don't feel like doing it? That's the other test, right? You're not always going to feel like doing it. Like going to the gym. Some days you don't feel like going to the gym, but you go anyway. Some days you don't feel like going to work, but you still go, don't you? Well, as an entrepreneur, let's test if you'll still go and be productive even when you don't feel like it. So if you can do that, then that's the start of maybe, yes, you can be an entrepreneur and a very successful one. The other thing that you might want to try is becoming an inchpreneur. I first heard about this from Valuetainment, from Patrick Bet-David, and he talked about being an inchpreneur just means it's kind of like being an entrepreneur, but within the company that you work for. Talk to your boss, talk to your boss's boss, and see if there's an opportunity where you can be an entrepreneur within the company, where if you can raise their bottom line, that will dictate your salary versus just getting a salary for the work that they expect you to do. Get paid for the work you actually do, but not only just the work, but the results. Because you can do things and you can be busy and not generate any results and not be productive at all. So switch it, switch the pay scale. Don't quit your job. Just see if you can make more money within your company that you're already at. If you tell them, hey, I only want to pay you based on the results that I generate, there is no loss for them. None whatsoever. And if you end up doubling or tripling your salary, that's great for them because that means that you made them that much more money. They would love that. So if you want to test it, you can test it within your own company right now. As an entrepreneur, even if you pursue something you're passionate about, it does not mean that you're going to want to do stuff towards that endeavor all of the time. So take this time to see how much effort you put towards the thing that you think is going to allow you to escape your 9-to-5 before you actually escape your 9-to-5. Now, if you've actually escaped your 9-to-5 already, put in the comments how you got there. What do you do today? Love to hear about your business. Also, go a little deeper. Talk about your fears. Talk about the things you were worried about. And then tell us about how maybe those small things that you made really big in your head were actually small, or vice versa. Maybe you thought they were small, but they were really big. So I'd love to hear that insight. Also, if you are worried about escaping your 9-to-5 or you're considering it, tell me what's holding you back. I'd love to have that conversation in the comments. This way I can help you as well as other people who are reading the comments. So you've made it to the end of this video. If you like this video, again, please just hit that like button and also subscribe and hit the bell icon. The videos, again, are coming every Monday and Wednesday. So if you like this kind of comment, definitely hit the button or the bell so that you will be notified every time a new video releases so that you can start multiplying the assets that you own. So again, thank you guys for watching this video. I'm Hoan, and this is the Hoan Zone where we help you multiply the assets that you own. See you guys.